Hello?
Hello, sir. I'm calling from Barclays Bank. You are 23.
Yeah, call me back when you're American!
These are good people.
Yeah.
They work with their hands. They're in there every day, being Armenian. If I don't pay for my Ninja H2, an Armenian man named 𝐷𝗵𝐻, he's gonna go home and he's not gonna be able to afford an L-shaped sectional couch.
Yeah.
Contributing 401k is a really great idea. Get a little bit of money when you're 65! All my debt is delineated in Italian lira. Get the money when you're 900 years old! So every day I get less and less debt. There's no shame in neat bucks. Mommy's gotta go! Mommy has to go!
I've seen some young people die that the student loans were never attached to the property.
I don't own a house. I'm 37. Pay it off? I don't think so. You should invest in an 802k. Get the money when you're 120. If you're young and you're not even close to house buying time, if a Chinese family's doing it and they're saving money doing it, why don't you can do it? I've put and I'll continue to put all my money into Bitcoin. I have no business being a 750 with not even trying to undo the damage that I did for 15 years.
It's like getting repaid in a service.
Debt forgiveness.
Exactly.
Okay.
Best kind of forgiveness.
Indeed, indeed.
36, worked 4 years out of school in civil engineering. I'm planning to get my PE soon. I make 74K now. I owe 75K in loans. I've also been saving for a house in South Washington. Can we achieve our goal, or are we too old?
Nah, you can achieve your goal. Get the P, that's gonna bump you up. I mean, student loans is it is what it is. That sucks.
What's the rate on student loans? Like, is it a bad idea to let that ride out forever? Why can't you just do that?
I would let it ride out forever.
Yeah.
And I have not seen one house property in all the properties I sold from someone dying, and I've seen some young people die that the student loans were never attached to the property. The only thing, you can borrow as long as they're in good standing. So pay the minimum forever and buy your house, because you having the student loan is not going to hinder you from purchasing the house. They use 1%.
Got it.
Towards your loan to debt value. So you get what I'm saying? So you right now it's 40% loan to debt value. So you get 40% of what your income brings in after you take your debts out. 40% of what you make is what you're allowed to buy a house. Your student loan will get assigned to 1% of that.
Got it.
So that 1%.
So it doesn't make a difference.
Pay the minimum, let it go, and buy the house. You'll be all set. You're not going to lean it. Papa Joe's supposed to forgive him.
Just got my first call from debt collector for $100. Will they increase it, or will it go down the more I ignore? How does this work?
Just say you can pay 20. There's no way I could do 100, sir. I'm sorry. My mother, she has, her pussy fell off. I gotta stitch her pussy back in. Please, sir, I can pay, I don't know, $12 a month? How about 4?
You don't pay it right away. You make them wait for it.
I've never paid a hospital bill.
Yeah, but the credit score thing, all you have to do is pay a credit repair company. Do people not know about this? I was talking to I had a buddy. He was like, "Yeah, man, I'm so going crazy. I got all this credit card debt." I was like, "You know you don't have to pay your credit card debt. What bad thing do you think happens to you if you don't pay your credit card debt? Do you think the police get involved? Like, what do you think happens?" It was obvious that he had never thought about it before. Like what happens if you don't pay your credit card debt? Do the police get involved? No. Like, there's literally the consequences for not paying your credit card debt is that a number on a screen goes down, so that makes it so you can't buy a house, as if you were going to buy a house anyway, as if you were going to go get a Lexus and a brand new house. Like, no. If you have to live on the edge of financial piracy, you have to do that. All you do is you pay like $400 to a credit repair company, and they fix your. Yeah. And the way that they do that is, but they inundate your creditors with letters.
Really?
Yes. So every like 3 days, my credit repair company was sending like, "Dear Barclays Bank, could you please provide statements showing that Samuel J. Hyde," so they have to they get a letter in the mail that's like, you have to do $35 worth of man-hour of paperwork. Yeah. To legally, you have to provide us with these documents.
My credit is currently at 736, and then the other one, there's like 2 different ones, and then the other one's like 732 or something like that. But I paid a credit builder company to do it though.
Oh, there we go.
Before that, it was like a 6 something.
There's a lot of tricks you can do. You can pay a company to, like you did. They'll just spam
Yeah.
Like emails and requests and like paperwork.
Because it's all legal documents, and they have to provide it. If they don't provide it, they have to drop it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They annoy the shit out of them.
That's a good grip.
Yeah, it's awesome. My credit is like a 750 right now. I have no business being a 750.
Yeah.
750 with 2 of them and 690 with 1 of them. And that's like with not even trying. Like I still have credit card debt on my record. I have no business being like a 690 credit wise at all. Google best credit repair company. Realistically, I've probably paid them like $1,000 to undo the damage that I did for 15 years.
Just got a letter in the mail from the IRS that I owe $10K in taxes from 2021. Any advice on how to handle this situation?
Installment plan.
Yeah, do payments.
I owe $320,000.
Lambda M boy.
That's actually what it is too. I recently had to go through and figure out. It's pretty cool.
That's scary.
It's a fun one.
He says, my job forced me to take a loan. Regarding your debt tutorial, should I pay less monthly or none at all?
It depends on when you need credit. If you're young and you're not even close to house buying time, like you're so far from the possibility of buying a house that even saying it is a fantasy, then feel free to run your credit into the ground with impunity, because all you have to do at the end of the day is pay a credit repair company and pay your bills, and your credit will be acceptable. But if you are close to house buying, or if you think that you're going to be close to buying a house in the next 5 years, don't do that. Just make the minimum possible payments, in my opinion, unless the rate is some crazy rate.
Pro tip for all you CRED maxers. Bad credit goes away after 7 years. Pull a big loan, budget it for 7 years, never pay it back. Use burner phones, rinse and repeat until you are dead.
Oh God, I wish someone would give me an unsecured personal loan of $80,000. I would love to never talk to them again or answer their calls. Guys, pay these banks. What are these CEO bankers? What are they gonna do if we don't pay our debts? What are they gonna do? What's the call center debt collection agency that's staffed by good, hardworking, honest Americans? These are good people.
Yeah.
They work with their hands. They're in there every day, being Armenian.
If we don't pay them back, their kids go hungry.
If I don't pay for my Ninja H2, an Armenian man named Dimi, who is covered in food all day, he's gonna go home and he's not gonna be able to afford to get an L-shaped sectional couch.
Yeah. Hi Sam, I'm a 23-year-old med student and I'm gonna have 1/4 million debt when I graduate.
Well, the good news is those are pesos, right? Where's he from? What part of America?
Well, it'll be peso value by the time you graduate.
I would try to convert your college debt into Argentinian pesos immediately.
Yeah.
Whatever negotiating you have to do with the loan people with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, just get it done. All my debt is delineated in Italian lira, so every day I get less and less debt. What else was he saying?
He just asked for advice on dealing with his $250,000 debt.
Ignore it. How do you like them apples? What the f*** are you gonna do about $250,000 of debt? Pay it off? I don't think so.
Yeah, I would just try to get the monthly payment as low as possible.
See if you can pay $150 a month.
Yeah.
Whatever the lowest amount is. Imagine owing money to an idiot! Never! Hello, sir, I'm calling to collect the dollar you owe me. Never! F*** you! If all debt collectors call me, yeah, call me back when you're American!
How do I broach this quagmire?
It's easy. Hello? Who's there? Hello, sir, I'm calling from Barclays Bank. You owe $2,300. F*** you!
Should I increase my credit limit from $3,000 to $6,500? My credit score is 730.
If you increase the limit, doesn't that? I think your score is tied to how much you're given and how much you're utilizing. So if you can get more credit and then just don't utilize it, I think that's a good thing. I think that that works out. But if you're interested in maximizing your score, probably look at what I think like NerdWallet or something, or you could look on Reddit. But as far as I remember, if you maximize your limit and minimize your usage, that makes your number go up. So that's probably a good thing.
I'm 25 and I can't see myself buying a house for another 3 years, not paying rent at home. But I feel like I'm missing out on my 20s, not having my own space. Any advice you could give looking back on your own experiences, Sam?
He lives at home?
Yeah, lives at home.
Just hunker down and milk that as much as you can.
That's what immigrant families do. It's not a badge of shame. As long as you're not toking up on a bubbler, a $500 bubbler every night. Hey mom, F you. Save money. 25, save money. This like the American dream, it would be cool. I don't own a house. I'm 37. Have money. I don't own a house, okay? It is what it is, okay guys? Save money. If you're 25 living with your parents, no problem. My dude, if a Chinese family's doing it and they're saving money doing it, why don't you can do it, okay? As long as you're not going mental, thinking about killing mommy! Like me. Mommy's gotta go! Mommy has to go! Okay? Sometimes that's how it is, okay? Sometimes mommy has to go. But yeah, save money. There's no shame in neat bucks. If you can get some, you get your grubby little hands on that, gobble them up. That's what me and Nick did for like a year and a half.
Yeah, what was the thing about you getting food stamps and getting like lobster and expensive cheese from Whole Foods?
We used to just buy the olive oil and like expensive from Whole Foods.
Should I put my money into an IRA or some type of compound interest earning account? Find
Probably
someone to
gonna
help
be dead before you're 65, so I wouldn't bother with an IRA.
Literally.
They're gonna find a way to steal it from you anyway, man. I'm not a good person for financial advice. All my money is literally in Bitcoin, and that's what I would tell you to do. Contributing 401k is a really great idea because what happens is you get a little bit of money when you're 65. What? That's 401ks when you get money. You get money when you're 65, right? Age 59 and a half? Do you have a head injury? You want access to your money at age 59 and a half? What? You should invest in an 802k when you can get the money when you're 120. Send your money directly to Dream if you're putting a penny into a 401k.
And then he wants to know where do you
Idiocy.
What do you use to buy Bitcoin or Ethereum?
Use whatever, but store it properly. You could probably use Coinbase or whatever, but just don't keep it on there.
And as a consequence of my grinding, I have 300,000 euros in the bank.
Be ready with that money. Do something with that. Those European banks, that's where it's more realistic that you get they call it a haircut.
Yeah.
Which is a wealth tax on your, they just take 12% of what's in your bank account.
Yeah.
That's some Willy Wonka. That's outer space.
Yeah, you might
taking 12%. What is they did it in Cyprus? Did they do it in Spain? I want to know what the biggest one was. Cyprus Central Bank announces 47% haircut on large Bank of Cyprus deposits. Holy f***.
Hi Sam, I have a good job that I enjoy with a decent salary of $100K.
Good for you!
I have $50K savings that I want to turn into real money.
Burn it!
What are your thoughts on ETFs or ideas to put my money?
401k!
I already have 10K in Bitcoin.
Get the money when you're 900 years old! I don't think I can give, I can't give financial advice. I'll say this, I say, I've put and I'll continue to put all my money into Bitcoin.
I have extra money, Sam. Would it be financially smarter to pay off my car or drop a good chunk on my student loans? I'm trying to trim fat off my personal expense so I can invest more into my business.
How is paying money making it so that you can invest in your business? If the car loan and the student loans are at lower rates, you probably shouldn't. I wouldn't pay them. I think you should just take the money that you have now and use it for whatever business growing thing you have in mind. Anything lower that's not credit card rates, like even if you have a high car loan that's like 7%, just eat that, suck it up, and take the money that you have now and use that for something.
And we can qualify people 3 different ways, unlike a bank. We can qualify them just off of credit, just off of cash flow, or assets. Usually a bank needs all 3, if not 2.
Okay.
So let's say if you got no credit at all, but your business is making a ton of money, we can still qualify you with a good weight too.
That's me, man. I have no credit.
Yeah.
0 credit. Worse than like low credit scores having no credit, right? Like
no credit.
Credit history. I have no credit.
But usually you can't get it. Like if you try and get a loan off of credit, you usually need 680.
Yeah.
Usually for us too. So I'm better than banks because for multiple different reasons. One, we could work from Canada all the way down to Mexico. We have over 360 plus lenders we work with. Unlike a bank, you have to fit the bank's requirements. For us, we find the perfect lender for you.
You're playing by John's rules.
We're playing by John's rules. And we got multiple lenders. We usually, we find the best lenders.
Yeah.
We find you a handful. And there's a bidding war for them to be able to get the client.
Really?
So they have to have competitive rates. So we usually have better rates than most banks.
Okay.
So
what's like a bank rate for a loan? I'm just curious.
So it depends what bank.
Yeah.
Let's say you're going to US or Chase, tracks.
Mm-hmm.
They can never beat us. A credit union is usually the best ones. The best credit union I've found is in Oregon and Washington called First Citizen or something like that.
Yeah.
Those are really good banks. They have the best rates you can find. But we could usually have about the same rates as the best banks out there.
Nice.
And we do every type of lending out there, from commercial real estate to equipment loans, startup business, all, anything you can think of that has money involving. We don't do personal loans though, like someone's house or someone's car. We don't do that.
Did people hit you up asking for loans from the show? Somebody need 10 grand?
No.
Hey, John, let me hold 10. Did you get any of that?
I think some people said that. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys actually do, go to fundmybiz.co